Morning, everybody. What's going on? Matt Steinmetz, along with Daryl the Guru Johnson.
BS and G ain't dead. We got to, people can't hear it, but we got a little BS and G portion of the program, Steiny, right before it starts. We love Bonte.
We've got the crossover, which is official. We do that with Willard and Gibbs. And then we've got the overlap with Bonte Hill. And it's a 6-minute show. It's about a 5-minute show.
You got us fast. Yep.
Absolutely.
What's up, baby?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. That's 6 straight road wins for the Warriors. I don't care if it's the Wizards or not.
I love you for that.
Yeah. I can't. That bet cannot come into play. I cannot be rooting against the Warriors.
Yeah, let's tell you, Bob, we got a bet. I said that the Warriors were in at least 25 road games. It looked bleak. It looked over, and now all of a sudden, like a mummy, it's rising, Steiny. So we'll see. But I caught myself.
They still got a ways to go to get to 25.
But it's still on the board.
Shut up, Evan.
Look at 24.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even remember.
I've been focused on the sack bet. But I caught myself last night. I'm not style pointing any Warrior game now. Just get the dub, no pun intended. And last night they did it in Indiana, Michael Jackson's hometown.
Well, let's be honest. I'm watching that game.
The game was in Washington, D.C., and I said Michael Jackson's hometown. This is on the heels of Oscar Robinson and Robertson. Michael's from Indiana. Okay. But go ahead, Steiny.
Shout out Gary.
Yeah, I'm just too excited. Slow down, Goo. Set the stage.
When did you say Michael Jackson was from D.C.?
Just 2
seconds. Today already?
Yeah, I said from Indiana. They played D.C. But
I got you. Listen, you can't tell. Listen. You had any money on that game yesterday?
Three people I know in this room had it.
Bottom line is this.
Stop!
You either watched that game and said, you know what? You take a win. You take the win. Warriors, they struggled in the fourth quarter, but so what? They got to win.
Yep.
Or you got the 11 and a hook, and you're like, you're going to kill the Warriors today. We can't finish games.
Well, the starters came out.
Quarter?
Kerr did an NHL line change.
Why do people bet?
That hurt me.
How does you answer me quick? In case you're just joining us, the line of that game last night was 11 or 11 and a half.
Yeah, I had 11.
I don't know if anybody had 10 and a half or not, but how do they know? And I make a bet infrequent. How do you guys keep doing it day after day, watching games where it's just like I'd want to come in here and wring some necks.
And I'm mad at Moody, but I'm not mad at Moody. I'm like, what are you doing?
I can't stand him right now.
And he's like, nobody cares. Goo, we got the dub. It's amazing how it comes down to it, Matt. It just is.
Yeah.
A big win on the road to start the trip, right? Jordan Poole.
A win on the road. That's the one you got to get. And we'll talk about it, obviously.
Klay Thompson.
Well, that's who's hitting me today. That's the guy who's hitting me.
Next question.
No, Klay, I'm going to tell you something. Because I said
Klay's
this about
getting paid.
I think we were on a crossover about 2-3 weeks ago when they were talking about Klay moving to the bench. And and he's got a contract. He's a free agent at the end of the year. We had Eddie Johnson on, who was telling us about earlier in his career. He was with the Kings. He was going to be a free agent, and they made him a sixth man. And he said, they made me a sixth man because they knew they were going to have to pay me more as a starter.
Damn.
And I remember, I think I said to you guys or Willard, I said, well, let's be honest. There's no way Klay Thompson goes to the bench and his value increases. Well, not so fast, Steiny. Not so fast. The Warriors and Klay Thompson, there's just no avoiding it. When he's good, like he won him that game last night, essentially, I thought.
He has the skill set that the league is predicated on
so
the most, and it's shooting.
The problem now is, if this is who he becomes, and he's not going to, he's had 3 unbelievable games now off the bench, but
he had one bad,
they're going to drive.
Yeah, he had one bad game where he had 3 points.
Since Utah?
Yeah, since Utah. Who was that?
Charlotte?
I think that was the Lakers game, right?
Yeah, you're right.
1 for 9.
The bottom line is
he's averaging 18 off the bench. That was if Evan's tweet's correct.
The one thing we didn't have to
Which we know it is.
see, the one thing we didn't think about is what about if he increases his value?
See, I won't fight you because
I just said, what about if he increases his value?
My point is, Steiny, I guess I was operating from I never thought his value was decreasing by going to the bench.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, even with the team that he's on. Like,
well,
2 for 50 will get it done for me.
Well, I don't think that's going to get it done. If this is who he is.
Well, and again, listen, it's going up.
Listen, he's not going to score 25 a night off the bench. We know that. But, and we're also saying, to me, why'd you re-sign Draymond Green? Well, because you just weren't going to be any better if you just let him go for nothing. Klay was so subpar for, too many games.
Himself, yeah.
Where you're thinking, if they lost Klay Thompson, maybe they wouldn't be that much worse. The issue, though, now becomes if you want to reach your absolute potential as a team and you're the Golden State Warriors, well, Klay Thompson's a part of it. He's got to be.
I love it.
He has to be. So then you got to start thinking about, what you just said? Oh, 2 for 50 will get it done. Now I'm thinking, no, it won't. Because some other team's going to come and give him 3 years. Maybe. If this is who he is. If this is who he is. If this is a guy who's starting to figure out a role, who's feeling more comfortable with his career and where it's headed.
Man, Steiny, you got me thinking, man. Yeah. I'm thinking of the New Orleans Pelicans. What if they had a Klay Thompson to go with what they have? Just a shooter, a downright, wake up, get out of bed. I might miss some, but I'm going to make him a shooter, Steiny. But then it comes down to me, how much do you love the Bay? We know you love it. Riding the boat, to work. That stuff, Steiny. So we'll see. But right now, my only question is this his role? Is it etched in stone?
You know what? And I
know you can be like, you don't care.
I don't care.
But I think he does. Or do you think he's run this euphoria? Because that's what it is. And he's talking about, he even gave Jordan Poole some love after the game about his new role.
That's easy after you kick their ass.
Well, they want to chip together. They're brothers.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But, and maybe I got my answer. Maybe this is what he's going to do to the end of the season.
To me, I'm starting to think that whether he starts or comes off the bench is less important than if this is how productive he can be more consistently.
They got action?
Who's they?
Well, the team.
Oh, you mean in terms of this year? Yeah, I mean, short term.
I was going to say his agent.
No. Who is his agent? Do we know?
His agent was Bill Duffy back in the day, but I don't think it still is. It could be. I
always think of Patrick Duffy.
Wasserman?
The Wasserman Group. Yeah.
Greg Lawrence.
Gotcha.
You know who Patrick Duffy is?
I'll tell you what, you can get over on him. You can get way over on. You can get Klay for the mid. You can get him back for the mid level with Lawrence.
You shouldn't be an agent if that's your rep.
Listen,
if your rep is you can get over.
Hey,
Guru's nice. You can take advantage.
And you shouldn't be an executive.
How about you this morning? We're in we're getting ready in the prep room, which is the break room.
Yeah.
And I'm saying hello to everybody like I work at the mall. And you're like, dude, you don't got to say. It's in my nature,
you're
man.
A greeter.
I love people.
Dude, work at Walmart. Seriously, just stand out front.
Nah, I couldn't check the receipts. I don't like that part of the gig. But Patrick Duffy,
Dallas, right?
You're on fire. Yes, Bobby Ewing.
Could be Dynasty. I don't know. One of those shows.
That's the Carringtons. But
anybody?
Yeah.
Hey,
good knowledge.
Anybody go see Madonna last night?
I did.
She was at Chase Center.
Yeah,
I was watching Bonte and Mully and Festus on the pregame show, and they did it from the gatehouse.
I saw it.
Did Bonte go?
We just had him on. We did a show with him. We
he must not have gone.
Yeah, I don't. Like a virgin. That was my era. Yeah. Give me another hit of Madonna's.
Oh, God.
Like a virgin. Steiny, give us one more.
Like a prayer. Right?
I'll give you that.
She has.
I got nothing on Madonna.
Oh, she was an icon.
Dated Tupac.
No.
And Rodman.
Nah, you're getting.
He's right. And Rodman. Yeah.
No chance.
Yep.
Pac wouldn't.
Fillmore Mike just
wouldn't have messed with her. And take it from me, I know all about Pac.
Fillmore Mike was there and said Madonna was litty.
Really?
Why wouldn't she be?
I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, "Yeah, I don't think I'd see Madonna." I was like, "Why?" She said, "It's a little bit pathetic." Yeah, she's getting up there now. I was like, "Why?"
I don't like ageism on this show.
Well,
what you mean? She can still do it.
I said, I just saw a dude who's 78. And Morrison.
Moving good.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he didn't.
No, he doesn't move much.
But like, that's
he'll
the thing,
do
though.
this.
Hey, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, Evan's going tonight.
Yeah.
To see Van Morrison. And
Big Evan.
let me tell you, I can't wait to talk to Evan tomorrow during the show about Van Morrison. He's going to be so underwhelmed.
Well, yesterday we did a whole show on how great it was, and now you're saying underwhelmed.
For me, because I've seen
you were riding a high yesterday. Now it's kicking in.
I still am.
Well, you're robbing our guy Van Morrison of putting on a good show.
Well, he doesn't put on a good show.
I like older acts.
Oh, Steiny, I'm shocked.
I mean, he calls himself like a traveling songwriter. He punches the clock.
Yeah, but he's not Michael Jackson. Nobody wants to see him moonwalk. So how does he sound?
His voice is still top notch.
Because I feel like yesterday you gave him an A-, and today you're like, you know what? After further thought, well, that was a B-.
I would not take somebody to Van Morrison and say, you got to check this guy out. He's unbelievable. You'd walk out saying,
if you like that artist, that you're good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know who he is,
all right, I got you.
I think you'll be underwhelmed. But whenever just watch the other guys in the band.
Canseco went out with Madonna too.
Van Morrison does this a lot now. He'll finish a lyric and he'll point to like the piano guy and he'll be like, take it for like 45 seconds and let me spit into my Kleenex, turn my back.
78.
So you're saying Van Morrison moving to the bench has not increased his value?
No.